Alrighty, traders. Thursday morning, and we are live with the $1,000 small account challenge. Now, Kayvon asking, how are you feeling this morning? I feel good. The last 4 months has been pretty much training for this, it seems like. Proof of concept, that is, went sideways, and I got a lot of good things going for me now. I do trust myself, and that's a big part of it, to have good stops, to trust yourself to stop out, not blow up like we've been seeing traders out there in Twitter land doing on some of these plays. Not oversizing, over leveraging, sticking to the rules, adhering to the plan. One thing, more than one thing, but one thing in particular I'm going to focus on today, as I pointed out, is good entries for the A+ setup. So I want to really focus and dial in on more so putting the entries near where the stop is going to be. I stopped out at the top a lot, and that's usually where the liquidity is for the hedge funds, for the big players. They're looking at the obvious areas where the ticker pretty much moves up to. So rather than get involved with it and have my stop at the obvious resistance area, let's pretty much short it. These tickers right at resistance, right? Put it where the stop would be. I think I'll find a lot more success with that. So going to focus on good entries. Patience pays. Patience does pay. Not just on the exits, as far as letting the winners run, but on the entries as well. Patience pays. So, got about 9 minutes till the market opens on up. We are live today. Now, this isn't a void for me, but I am going to be watching it because I like to just, it's like a movie for me. A train wreck. Can't take the eyes off of it. So I'm not going to be trading this one. And plus, it was a halt fest all day yesterday, but this is squeezing and blowing people up. For those down in the south, we like sweet tea. Those up north, they like this ass tea. ASST. It's a Bitcoin-related play, getting a squeeze up and out on it, making this move after hours pre-market, as many of these plays have been doing. It's in a void for me, but I will be monitoring that play. We got a ticker bouncing on up this morning, WGRX. Looks like another lower float play. They are trading high after the company secured a $50 million equity line of credit. WGRX. We're going to run through some tickers that are up and then some hangovers that I'm looking at as well. ZKIN, another play. Pretty much ZKIN, WGRX, and AST are the ones that are the smaller cap plays that are up this morning. And I'm not sure. ZKI, and I'm looking for the news here. Not seeing it. Isaiah, that's a good point. Yeah. Look, I'm down to... I definitely have a tendency to want to do that. Get involved in the front side, rather than waiting for like the obvious entries. I think I have a tendency to want to I want to get the very, it's a fear of missing out thing. I want to hit it near the top. I don't want to be like 50 cents or a point off the top, but that may be okay. We see a lot of descending triangles and bear flags off the top that are great setups with defined risk. One that I'm looking at this morning, which I do have ETB, here we go. It's like my first day back live. Here we go, guys. I got $1,000 in this account. Looking for a green day to start off. I'm going to be focused on really good entries today, and at max $20 risk, like I said in the video yesterday. 2% roll. Going to be tight with that, but I think it's going to be okay because I'm really going to try to let the trades come to me. PRCH is my hangover play. This is a bread and butter play. The problem with it is it's got... no, I don't need a lower car insurance rate. FinViz has it at a 19% short float. I don't like that. So it's like I got my bread and butter, but I don't like the short interest. And the thing is, you guys know I get pissy when I miss moves. Kayvon and I were talking about it yesterday. When I'm focused on better entries, what's going to happen is I'm going to miss more moves because I'm not going to get them all coming exactly to me. And I got to stop complaining about that. I'm going to be missing some more moves trying to get a great entry. And that's okay. I'm going to be missing some moves. FOMO is a killer. Yeah, and realizing that that is FOMO. It's on the reverse side. So longs chase them up, and it is a fear of missing out rather than just waiting patiently to let the prey come to you. Yeah, so this is PRCH. I like it for the hangover. It's up 4.5 points. It's beautiful, it really is, against like the previous close. Man, I don't know. I don't like this end of the day move. It's sold off to 980s and then scooped right back up. We'll see. Let me look left here. PRCH, it looks like we're at 20-year chart. We got some 1220 resistance. 1220 resistance, PRCH. Man, I like this setup. I don't know. So my rule for the hangovers is if I do take some of these out of the gates and I'm not entirely trusting them too much, I will still apply some risk, but I'll size a little smaller on it. So that's the idea there, but I'm not going to chase that one down. If we sell off and form a bear flag, I may take it at that point. Halo is not too bad either. Halo is not too bad. You guys don't want me humming this theme song again today. I butchered that yesterday. Halo, a little bit of a hangover play. Climb up from $60. I do want my first trade to be green, and that is an emotion that's running through my veins as well. Like, I do not want to start this day in this account red. And we're not going to be like digging away out of these holes. I did that a lot with the other account. Heck, no, I ain't doing that. Not doing that. If I'm not feeling it, I know I'm not feeling it. And I can switch to paper or something, Like, I got to be disciplined with that. If it ain't happening, it ain't happening. Don't let one day, one trade kind of define the trading career. Yeah, Halo's not bad. We're at pretty much all-time highs here with Halo. Man, I just feel a little... I don't know. I want a good trade to set up. FTK, not a bad hangover. Halo and PRCH. PRCH, other traders are seeing a good hangover there too, apparently. That one's pulling up back already a little bit. SCR as well. I like that one for the hangover short. That's on earnings, though. And then, again, the three leading gappers, I'll be kind of going over everything where the volume is. That's how we do in the chat here, helping everybody out with their trades. I'm not trading AST, probably not trading ZKIN or WGRX, but those are where kind of the volume's at the moment. If STAI popping up, no, nothing really there. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. You guys got any other tickers that are up right now? Got about a minute and a half till the market opens on up. Keith, here early. Green on the day already. You calling it a day or you going to stick around? Good job. Shorting that sandpaper. ALAB, what you looking at there? Maybe a short if we get a pop out of the open. Gotcha. We monitoring that one too. But yeah, guys, today $1,000 has hit the account, and we are live. So I'm gonna be focused in on the stars aligning. I know some of you have mentioned that I get in a little too early with some of my entries, and I agree. I'm definitely A-okay with constructive criticism. That's what we're all here for, help each other out. So I think that's due to the fact that I used to start trades with feelers, and I still am in the habit of doing that even though I'm focused on single entries. So it makes no sense. I gotta wait. If you're doing single entries, gotta wait. Again, multiple entries on the winners. PRCH getting a spike here. Man, PRCH, I'm probably gonna hit this on a spike, guys, and lower the share size. 1220 was really good on the 20-year chart. 5 seconds till the market opens on up. Noticing Enjoyer, good morning to you. Thank you, thank you. Good luck to you as well, Keith. Traded a tiny long gold micro. All right, guys, let's get the party started here. Preach, I'm monitoring for a short. It's got a little spread. I do want to see if that's going to get a spike to get involved with it. If it does it, then can risk previous high a day and take a short against that. Halo's a little too spready. I know that is one I was watching. AST getting a spike on up. AST. Make green rain down on our foreheads today. Yeah, AST just, my God, that's spiking on up. So that means probably some of the other leading gappers, WGRX and ZKIN, may be fading a little bit at the moment. Now remember, if AST gets this spike and starts pulling back, goes green to red, volume is going to shift elsewhere. All right. Yeah, I'm going to take Halo off. It's too spready. FTK probably as well. And PRCH is sitting here. I like it. I like it. I like it. Kayvon put a starter on ALAB. All right. ALAB. Kayvon is involved in a short there starter. He sizes into his positions. MG, good morning to you. Good luck. Good luck. Yep. We started with our $1,000 account today. So, got to get her going on a good green note. Thinking about PRCH. That's the one I'm looking at right now. Thinking about a short there against previous high a day. That is my consideration. It's got a decent spread to it, though, so size accordingly if you're getting involved there. AST spiked up to 617, upper shadow. Now, this one could be, it's really difficult with AST to know the short percent interest on that flow. For those that are getting involved, I mean, it definitely has gotten shorts yesterday. We don't see a big percentage on the short interest on the flow as of April 15th. That's the latest data we have. Only 3.52. But surely yesterday, especially, look at this, guys. Yesterday, AST, we had a beautiful descending triangle and it accumulated shorts. That's what these things do. It looks great for a descending triangle crack. That's why these overcrowded names are tricky, because shorts are getting comfortable. That's what happens. Shorts get comfortable with a nice pattern, and then it breaks out and squeezes after that. It becomes a difficult trade on both sides, really. These overcrowded names are difficult on both sides. Okay. All right, CEP is getting a little morning spike. Yeah, if AST starts pulling on down, I'm going to flip through some gainers right now while AST is doing its thing. I'm still monitoring PRCH. That's one of my... oh, shit. PRCH. Well, damn it. All right, so the previous close on PRCH is holding up as resistance. It got kind of slow. Man. All right, not going to be mad. Not going to be mad. Yeah, it started getting slow there at 10.65. Now it's all the way down to $10. The bread and butter right there. Bread and butter. Yeah. All right. We'll see if it forms like a bear flag or something. We can get involved in it. Of course, not at the best entry, but damn it. See, the problem with the new account, starting the account now today is with the $1,000 account, I'm going to be a little, I'm naturally a little hesitant because I want a really good entry, and I want to start this account green. So here's the account, got over $1,000 in it, and we're trying to hit it strong today. Mr. Doug in the building, trading that ASST this morning, taking the short, and didn't mark a support line correct, and gave into FOMO. So were you able to manage the risk a-okay, or it went higher, your cover got passed? Are you all right there? Yeah, you get just these overcrowded names like this are tricky, man. We were just going over yesterday how the descending triangle crack looked great for shorts, but it trapped them, and then it squeezed up into zombie hour and got the squeeze on. So yeah, those can be tricky, very tricky. God, I'm sorry, Doug. Okay, if Preach bounces up into the 30s, 40s, I'll probably take a short there, monitoring that one, and then ZKIN is trying, the little penny play is trying to do a little red to green move right now. ZKIN around the 140 area. It's got a lot of resistance in pre-market at ZKIN. We go over that on a lot of different plays. Emmanuel in the building. Good morning, Emmanuel. Let's have a good green day today, guys. Focused on good entries. That's what I'm focused on today. So just sniping plays out. We're going to be monitoring a lot of different tickers and sniping plays out. And when you're sniping things out, it means you're going to miss some plays. And I got to be okay with that. So PRCH got a little spike and is already back down to 10. That may fade throughout the day. Well, that sounds manageable. It's better than being stuck in it on this halt up at 644. I mean, and there's a ton of shorts getting their ass T squeezed out on this play. Guys, if you don't know the hangovers, watch my video in the description. These short plays like Preach, they work very well as long as I get involved with them. Yeah, they work a high majority of the time. Great play there. All right, so we got ZKIN, which is trying to do a little red to green move. That's not a bad play to short into in like the 180s. Does anybody have the news on ZKIN? ZKIN International. It might be a it might be a European ticker. I know there was news with the UK and the United States today. Actually, like at 10 is something coming out. Okay. WGRX, that one's been selling off, looks halted down. Those other low flip play this morning. ZKIN, definitely interesting up here. I mean, I don't mind this one. I want it to come to me though, and let me figure out exactly what that area needs to be. I think up and over $2. But I don't know if we're going to get that. I really don't know if we're going to get that. If I'm basing it off after hours pre-market, like the 175 range. Doug modified that. Good. Good. That's smart. ASST still halted up. That's where most of the volume is right now. Man. ZKIN is definitely one that I'm eyeballing. There's potential opportunity there on a short I'm looking at. Man, that's one that I would like to start, against in size in up and over 2. I'm going to see what she does, though. Focused on good entries today. Oscar from yesterday with the good earnings was a hangover play, but the earnings have been difficult. It's got 17 previous close. 18's holding up as resistance right now, Oscar. Monitoring that one. ZKIN in the 170s now. Still going straight up, ZKIN. And you see these upper wicks. These upper wicks are suggesting for ZKIN it's getting shorted on most of these pops. So I don't know, guys. I mean, with ASST, I mean, look at that. Look at that elevator down on ASST. Not saying that one's done. Shorts are still involved there and getting probably crushed. I'm going to check the locates real quick, ZKIN. Ugh, it's a little pricey. $2 per 100. 2 cents per share. If that one gets up to $2 and above, I probably will take them. WGRX just opened up. That one's in preach into the 970s right now. Alright. ZKIN 170s, that's acting as some resistance right now. ASST climbing back up. KVON, CVNA, big gap up on earnings. Okay. Carvana, good old Carvana. All right, SEZL. That one's spiking up. This one's on earnings too. A lot of earnings plays. SEZL from 50 up to 73. Can monitor that for a 75 move. Maybe potentially a short into that one. We'll see. Spotify. Yeah, I mean, somewhat, yeah, somewhat. Usually they need to close below, or open up below the high in previous close. It's close to it. I got support mapped out at 653, which is holding up right now on it. You guys know I'm not gonna be able to not take a trade today. That's the degeneracy in me. MBOT 250s to 275. Yeah, there's no way I cannot go this entire day without taking a trade. I mean, it's possible, but I know myself. I'm probably gonna find something. Alright, MBOT, monitoring that one. SEZL, wow, that one's up towards 75 now. Yeah, we got about a 52 close up to 75. We got a lot of resistance up in that $75 to $80 range, SEZL. Moves pretty quick, 50 to 70 cent spread, so you'd have to size appropriately. ZKIN even higher right now. Okay. 175 to 160 and still curling on up. 178. Notice how in the past chart history, 318, around that 20-cent area, ZKIN. Yeah, and it made this move recently, which I do like. When I see these moves that they make recently, I notice the upper shadows on the past chart history, but it just made a move, 29 cents up to 318. You know there's longs trapped in that, so that's going to cause some resistance. Yeah, ZKIN, I'm really eyeballing that one at this moment. PLTR having a little recovery bounce this morning after that gap down the other day. Straight up 3 points. MBOT at its highs right now. SEZL still at the highs. PRCH, maybe we can get an entry on this. Maybe I can get an entry if we pop up towards 1020s or so. MG, it's not a bad idea to get involved, yeah, in pre-market, especially for some of the hangovers. Sometimes you just don't get an entry. Sometimes you don't get an entry. ZKIN, a ton of volume there. Dude, up towards 2, I'm probably going to have to hit that one. OSCR on the earnings. That one's trying to do a red to green move. That had earnings yesterday. That one has a ton of 1850 resistance. Okay, OSCR is on my radar too. This 1850s resistance. I know it's on earnings, but it had a huge, look, $13 a couple days ago. Gapped up, had a major move yesterday. It's still climbing today. Up and over 18. You know, I probably hit that against... I don't know, probably the 1850s or so. All right, OSCR, watching that one. SEZL, hitting that resistance right now, and it's pulling back a little bit. PRCH bouncing off of the 970s up towards 10, maybe. And then ZKIN, if this one continues up, I'm looking for a short there, up around $2. So we'll monitor the situation there. All right. I'll flip through a few gainers. JMIA popping up on the scans. Groupon as well. Groupon's on earnings. GRPN, better than expected Q1. Yeah, Groupon straight up. So, I mean, I'm adherent to what you guys are saying, what Isaiah said this morning, too. Just trying to focus on not getting involved front side. Preach, you know, with this new account, a little hesitant there. Shouldn't have been. Oscar, Anita up and over 18. So I'm not trying not to start these early. ZKIN. 178 kind of resistance right now on it. TJX looking kind of good. You're shorting it there. Kayvon's getting a short there on TJX. Groupon pulling back a little bit. Quarter one earnings. Let me see if there's anything left of the chart here to look at. Groupon. Got to go back like 20 years. It's kind of having a breakout around that $20 area. Yeah, next levels are going to be in like the 23-4 range, it looks like. PRCH is curling around a bit. Is it trying to hold $10 today? Yeah, spike up on PRCH. I'm probably going to hit it for some shares pretty much against... man, I might have to get involved here, guys. PRCH. A massive red to green move would suck, but... Put an order at 1035. 1036 is the ask there. Oh, preach. What we gonna do? I like that 1030 push. Damn it. $10.25 I adjusted it to. I like the 1050 areas resistance and 1065 previous close. Of course, the open as well. It was a quick move bouncing up there, which should be met with some resistance. But I'm not chasing the orders down, guys. I had a 1035 order. Damn it. All right. Yeah, it's the right idea. I'm gonna cancel at 1011 on the bid now. Try to get 1035. We'll see what it does. I'll keep monitoring it, but I'm going to look at something else at the moment. Wow, SEZL, couple points off of the highs right there. Let us know what you guys are looking at in trading. TJX, nice trade, Kayvon. ASST went green to red so far, ASST. GPUS. All right, that's the play. So ASST not getting it. GPUS is the play that is. Hyperscale data. Yeah, that's the penny play from last week at least. It was $1. Still in play. Yeah, I'll throw it down here to watch. Again, it's not something I'm going to trade, but it's where a lot of the volume is. On GPUS. Oh my god, look at that move right there. I'm just flipping through some gains right now. KVUE up to 25 magic 20 cent area. Slide on down. I'm looking for a slide today, traders. CVE. Okay, this one's on Q1. It's tapping the 50-day moving average. So many earnings plays. 1266 is the 50-day moving average. CVE. All right, saved you guys from a sneeze right there. CDE spiking up to a resistance level. CDE, oh my god, there's a ton of resistance right here. 660s to 670. CDE, it's a mining company. I hate trading these mining companies. 680 would be a miracle here, but it's at a level of resistance right now. On good earnings. So I'll throw that down for 680s. The last account, I probably would have hit it right here. I'm going to see if I can get 680s on it. Oscar didn't quite make it to 1850, being held up by 18 right now. Yeah, didn't quite make it. Very good 18 resistance now could risk. Previous close is 17 though, so it's sitting a little 1-to-1 right now. Let's see what Preach is climbing back up. That one does have a higher short interest. It is climbing back up. I'd be fairly surprised there if it reclaimed open and curled back around. Put another order out. 1030. Probably just need to hit that bid on this thing. Mr. Bob in the building. Did you sell that bike the other day, Bob? Yeah, a lot of things are overextended. All right, I did get filled on Preach. First trade of the account. Wish me luck. Taking a short on this pop. The risk is going to be, let me look. 1065 is the previous close. 1065 is going to be the stop. 66. 1066. All right. Back down to the lows. All right, 1030 average, small short. PRCH. ZKIN still trying. I mean, up towards 210. That one's not going to be too bad. OSCR still a maybe against 18. As Bob's saying, you know, a lot of these tickers are not holding up too well. SPY has been pulling back. We did have a gap up with the SPY, though. CDE still struggling to get up to the 680s. I'm monitoring it for that. GPUS, the penny play, still in play. And Oscar, maybe 1790s, maybe. ZKIN going sideways. ASST around $5. Lost support there from pre-market. I would not be touching that one though. Alright. GPUS pulling back. 950's holding up as a level of resistance there at the moment. JZ trying to curl around, do a red to green move. JZ, it's a little penny play. Dollar play. Right now trying to curl around, do a red to green move. PRCH trying to do a massive little red to green move here as well. 1065 still going to be my risk there. 1066. Like to see it met by some resistance. $10.50 on the ask now. Wow, alright. Climbing all the way back up. 1060 on the ask. 1066 the stop. And it's headed straight for it. Probably just that high short interest there. Calls in this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get stopped out on this. God dang it. Put the entry at the stop, Kevin. Yeah. $9.75 all the way back up there, man. Massive red to green move here. Yep, stopped out. Took the $20 risk. Stopping out fine, but yeah, that's a massive red to green move there. Is what it is. Very, very... a little too patient on that play. CDE at the highs. All right, still monitoring that for the 680s. The past chart history with CDE. Preach. Up at the previous high a day, 1080s. Yeah, that's a rare phenomenon right there. Dave Short, D-A-V-E, Dave. Everything is on earnings today. Up from 106 to 146. Yeah, that's not too bad right there. Alright, now not to go on tilt. Trying to find something though. Trying to let a trade come to me still. SEDG's at the highs. That's not bad. On an analyst upgrade, you look left here, SEDG. We got a lot of upper shadows, 1750s. 1750 is pretty much the primary risk there, SEDG. $15 to $15.50 support. All right, so SEDG, I'm watching that up and over 17. And CDE still climbing up. Man, dude, what a massive move there. PRCH, just that short interest. It did what they normally do right out of the gates, but the short interest kind of squeezed it back on up. ASST trying to hold 5. And CDE still climbing. All right. Good earnings there on CDE. We got the 680s she's coming up to. Up towards $7, like 680 up towards 7. Very strong on CDE. Alright, CDE, I'm going to probably look for a short there up into the 680s if we can get that move. Still kind of going sideways. So I want fast. I want some speed. ASST strong 5. Yeah. I mean, just careful there on a long. You know, you're up 63 cents to $5. So when she sells off, it's going to be ugly. Just be careful there. Really on both sides. She's the hoe of the market. Everybody's focused on her. All right, CDE. Man, I want to hit this. Trying to be patient on this entry. Kayvon, is everything you're hitting working out today? Oh my God, Kayvon. You are on another level. Kayvon's in the zone. SEDG pulling back right there. All right, decent stop there so far that I've taken. STKL, man, 200-day held up perfect. Look at that 200-day tap, upper shadow against that. We see that all the time. We see that all the time. CDE pulling back a little bit. SEZL pulled back and now it's found its feet, making some highs again. SEZL's got some resistance up in the 78.9 range. Sezzle, I am interested there. And CDE, nice. Okay, we're heading higher on CDE. So it's a mining play, which I really don't like. But I like the resistance a lot. I'm trying to be patient here. It is coming to me. 680s are what I was eyeballing. I'm going to take a short on it, CDE. 675. And she may gravitate up towards 7. She may gravitate up towards 7. 720 may be the miracle on it. Man. Tapping 680 right now. Front side, boys, absolutely. That's how I'm feeling right now. 680 just tapped. 680 just tapped, and it is showing that as a level of resistance. Tapped pretty hard right there. Tapped pretty hard right there. If it starts coming back down to my 675 and lower, probably size into it a little bit more if I get confirmation that that area is going to hold up. I'll probably size into it a little bit more if 680 is going to hold up. Otherwise, if it's not going to hold up, probably going to just get out of it early and see if she gets up to 7. Trying to stop out well with this account. Just going to monitor what she's going to do right here at 680. Alright, it's trying to get up through 680. Pulled back pretty hard right there. Yeah, pulled back pretty hard right there. Kayvon's taking a short BROS. Yeah, it looks like preach. I should have put my entry at my stop. Hopefully that's not the same thing with CDE. I'm going to flip around real quick while CDE is doing its thing. I would like to hit it again if we're going to do something like this in BOT. To start completely selling on off. Man, SEDG too. That was one I was eyeballing too. ASST heavy under VWAP right now. SEZL 77. That's still up right now. SEZL. Oscar 18 still looks heavy. Oscar's not bad, man. I might take a trade Oscar. Oscar's in a hangoverish setup here, and 18, it's just having a hard time getting up and over that. I do like Oscar for maybe a pullback down to the previous close today. Let me pull up Oscar. OSCR. I like the 18. I like how good 18's holding up. CDE's coming back down. I like this. If 680 is going to hold up, I do like this, and I'm probably just going to start. I'm going to hit it with some more shares. Maybe with a risk, tight risk on it. So Oscar, I'm eyeballing. CDE, I'm in this and eyeballing if that's going to be good resistance up there. 680 is definitely holding up as good resistance. I mean, it's trading with the chart pretty well there. So I am going to smack it again right here. But the risk is going to be tighter if it breaks out of this range that has pretty much been seeing those upper shadows with. So like 685, it's probably going to be the stop on it. I knew I was going to be stopping out a little bit more. All right, set the stop in. I need the 80s to serve as tough resistance there. About a 676.5 average with a couple hundred. And then the other one I'm monitoring is Oscar. Oscar maybe. 18's been real tough there. Man, I need a SEDG pull back, something like that. PRCH even higher, $11. And CDE coming back up to its highs. Looks like that one may stop me out. Very tight are the stops. For a while, we were sizing smaller and like widening out the risk quite a bit, but the entries were still a little early. So might need to keep the size a little smaller, but try to just focus on better entries. Would love if the 680s held based on the past chart history, but it could gravitate up to 7. Yeah, we're just not looking good. Going to get stopped out here. Yep, stopped out. CDE. Still stair-stepping up. And took me out and dropped. All right. All right. New plan. New plan. Not doing that. That's the new plan. Doug, catching GPUS, paper train a bit. Yeah, I may join you over there. On the paper, that is. GPUS 982 on the short side. Nice. When they're that close to 10, oftentimes they will really push the needle there. All I need is SPY's been getting a climb. That's why some of these plays, like this mining play, I never need to trade a mining play ever again. Or getting the moves they're making. Yeah, I got one more trade in me if I see it, if a setup comes to me. Otherwise, I'm not taking anything. Man, I don't know. I need to give them more range. I gotta give these things some more range, I think. That 680 still looks so good, CDE, though. High and faded the rest of the day. Yep. Shorten that euphoria. You're learning that. That's good. That's the right idea. Everything is quarter one earnings. Pretty much everything. All right, as soon as we get one working for us, we are going to be A-okay. LZ, Legal Zoom, what's this one up? Earnings as well. Everything's on earnings, yeah. Earnings. VEEE, spiking up higher. VEEE, spiking up and out. A lot of upper shadows here. Into the 550s and beyond. V. That one's kind of stair-stepping too. I do not like the stair-steppers. Not at all. SEDG's got a little head and shoulders pattern on it, which does interest me. But God, you know, taking 3 L's on my first day back, that would... Gotta just take the setup. Gotta take the setup, Kevin. This is a Head and Shoulders pattern. Problem is the earnings. I just do not like shorting these earnings. And that's pretty much every ticker that's up this morning. Actually, this is a analyst upgrade. Analyst upgrade. Here's what I think I'm going to do. I like this Oscar trade. It looks heavy, curling back up here towards 18. I think what I'm going to do is take the Oscar trade. All right, I'm in Oscar. 18 is going to be the resistance. Last trade. Needed to stay heavy on this bottom line around VWAP and crack and start heading back down to the lows. It did curl back up, stair stepping, but looked bearish to me. So let's see what she's going to do. V is up 25% on V and holding. Bob in V, nice. It looked like it was cracking. This OSCR just spiked back up a bit. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about, yeah, I just spiked up right there off of VWAP. Up into the 90s, I'm out of it. And I'm just going to be done for the day. I need to just like hit the PRCH in the morning, the one that I like, the hangover, the good setup, and maybe then size down a bit. Those are my favorite setups. That's the A+ setup for me. So maybe size into those a bit. Reduce sizing. I know I'm going to trade more. Reduce sizing, maybe trade some B+ setups, and move along. Well, needless to say, I'm annoyed. Man. A bunch of upper shadows here previously at 18, but that massive spike from 70s off of VWAP rather than the crack kind of messed it up. And it looks, yeah, it stopped out. Do it! All right, there we go. Stopped out and maxed out on the day. So one thing did well today is adhered to the $20 risk. I did say I'm confident in the fact that I'm going to do that well. And I am confident in the fact that if I get a winner working, I'm going to work that very well. The problem here today is not a winner. I mean, I haven't really seen one that I would have taken. ASST, oh my god. That's when it looks like it's done, and it just spikes on up. All I need to do is just buy this thing, right? All I need to do is just buy ASST. Be good to go. I mean, the only one I probably would have taken today, the best setup I saw was the PRCH I was looking at. That one gave a point, but then doing what it's doing right now. So, V hitting some resistance line I had mapped out, 550, pulling back under the 200-day. Well, we got the butterflies out of the way. That's the good news. So tomorrow we're gonna be fresh. Need to get those red trades out of the way. Where's CDE at? CDE when I was trading. CDE even higher right now. Yeah, so nothing I even would have taken so far. I mean, they've all been good stops, but maybe just not the. Yeah, sure. Let's do paper. When we get the then I'm gonna be 3 for 3 on the green side now. I don't know. I'm just not seeing much to even trade. I mean, those were okay. You know, I probably do, like I just said, need to be sizing in more into that hangover setup out of the gates to start the day. HUT spiking up. Dude, so many of these trades have been. ASST is so trappy, guys. Very trappy. HUT just hit 1420. And everything's up. It's like earnings season, you know, everything's up right now just on earnings. Makes it difficult too. Yeah, I'm there with you. There with you, Doug. Set your first OCO order. Very cool. Good job. How do you feel about it? Yeah, this is exactly what ASST did yesterday. It looked heavy under VWAP for a fade, and then just the volume came out of nowhere for the spike on up and out. You just gotta imagine shorts are so underwater there. It's just not an easy name to trade. Keith breaking even, Steven giving it back. Going to use it for shorting. Good. Yep. It's a very good tool. I mean, I learned early on, just go ahead and set the OCO order so you're not going to marry anything or go deer in headlights. Just go ahead and set it after you get into it. Know the risk. Kayvon and Dave short there. Still working that. Set your stop on it. Well, you just, yeah, I mean, you're just going to have to figure out, Doug, you know, the which ones. Let me just put it this way. For me, like if I see an overcrowded name like ASST, I know everybody, every chat room, every trader is focused on it. I just try to avoid it in general because they're less predictable. So it makes it difficult on a short. Whereas on ASST, on a less overcrowded name, one of these setups would work very well. It doesn't work as well on a name that's just trappy, overcrowded. Any kind of, you know, like a breakout's a fake out breakout. A descending triangle turns into a breakout. The crack under VWAP turns into a buy signal. You know, everything is just the opposite of what you. Yeah, Bob, you got to set the OCO orders too. You got to set at least a stop when you get involved with something. You know, it's okay not to leave the profit side open. It's okay to leave the profit side open, but the risk, you have got to just throw that down. Throw the risk down, because you got to avoid these deer in headlight moments. And if you know it's an issue for you, and it is for me too. That's why I said it, because otherwise I'd do the same thing. I think the play is getting better. Oh, I can get it for a better price now. I can my average is gonna go up or down and get better based on it, you know, the price action at this point. So I'm sorry to hear that, Bob. I mean, it's gonna take it takes some big losses to realize that, though. You gotta just start setting the stop on it. Man, dude, yeah. I mean, you're still up on V. Should have sold pre-market. This is on the Webull cash. Hell, because didn't want to lose. Yeah. Did not want to lose. The emotion. Yep, the emotion of not wanting to lose. So, Bob, I mean, I noticed something good with that you're doing. You're trading the. You are good at holding them. That comes to your detriment, though. Sometimes, I mean, you are good at holding some of these, even the winners. You're good where I'm not. That's holding some of these where I've had problems holding those trades longer than not taking the profits too early. But dude, you gotta cap those L's, but just make sure you. That's your crutch, man. You've done that so many times. God, I'm glad I didn't trade this Head and Shoulders SEDG. The earnings are tough, dude. I'm glad I have the max loss on the account, because I'd probably be trading a bunch of BS right now. Yeah, the chart, not the P&L. That's Kayvon saying. Trying to trade the chart. It's tough, when you're trading small size too, because you gotta take the profits at certain resistance or support levels. In my case, on the short, and for me, that may only be $30, whereas somebody else with 1,000 shares might be 300. So, I mean, that's kind of relative, but trading the chart's not. GPUS has still been heavy. That's kind of head and shoulder-ish. GPUS. You still working that, Doug? Good short there. Dude, I should have put my entries at my stop today. I didn't think I was going to get an entry, though. So many of these, I did not think. Well, for one, PRCH, I really did not expect. I mean, of course, don't trade the expectations, but I did not expect this one to do that massive of a red to green move. The hangovers normally don't do that. It's the short percent interest that caused it. So I mean, that wasn't a bad trade. I'm fine with it. I missed the initial setup, but try to let it come to me a bit. Yeah, I trust myself with the stops. I just God, the entry is still a little not great, and then when you don't get a winner working for you, it's gonna, you can bleed out on the losers. Man. And there's Oscar pulling back. You piece of God, that's annoying. Magic 20-cent area holding up as resistance. OSCR. You're up on V. You're using the word we don't use in trading. I always cringe I mean, that's in my vocabulary too, but it's just every time I use it, I'm like, oh, that is the word not to use in trading. Hope. Yeah, the 20s are holding up there at the moment. V. Already hit its upper shadows. Likely it closes under the 200-day moving average. Don't hold this one too and go to the point where you're going to be red 300 on two of them. Well, as we've discovered, like the entry and the exits are equally important, right? I always mainly focused on entry and not so much the exits, but their ASST just, I mean, come on. I just need to buy, I just needed to buy this, that's all. Yeah, I don't know. GPUS, God, that one looked pretty. That head and shoulders look pretty there. Weak. Alright. Doug, yeah, I'm just in help mode now, guys, because I'm stopped out. I may take a paper trade, but otherwise I'm gonna help you guys out. You may not want my help today. All right, Doug, OCO orders. GPUS. You had a $9.23. You're up a point. Cover at $9.40. Limit profit taking at 8. I love it. Yeah, right now it's heavy under 850. Okay, Vaughn got out of bros and the thing just shot down. Oh my god, it's the worst. Yeah. Yeah, she was just bouncing off of 63.50s until she didn't anymore, until you got out of it, pretty much. God, those are the worst. I'm sorry. V higher. Come on. Come on, Bob. Go, go, go. I need to spoof some orders on it for you. 10,000 shares at 5:30. No, if the SEC's watching, I don't do that. That was for entertainment purposes. Yeah, we got to get the trails going though, Doug. Like, so, man, that would be a beauty. You know, even set the OCO. So what we can do is, like, we'll get into a position and then we'll set the OCO, but for the profit side, we will just modify our share size to maybe even like half of the position. So maybe your 8 cover would be half of your position, and then, man, I wish we could have an OCO where we could kind of like my DOS Holy Grail hotkey, that as soon as you get in, it sets the profit and stop and everything. But we want to be able to trail the rest, at least trail, and then set the percentage too on the OCO. Oh my God, that would be beautiful. Is V climbing higher right now? Oh man, at the highs. Bob, you're gonna be fine with your trading if you're doing as we're suggesting. I mean, you do like to trade these wild west kind of trades, the V's, which can be profitable, but as you've recognized, can hurt as well. So you have to make a rule to apply a stop. You got to do it. It's okay that you're not I don't know, you guys, you may, and I did this too. You're watching the pros do it, and they just use mental stops. But we can't do that. Just know your crutch, and if that's it, it's okay. Just do it, so that way you trust yourself. It's so refreshing when I can step into the office and know. I know stepping into my office, I'm not blowing up my account. I may bleed it on fees and on trades, but I know I'm not going to blow it up because I put a guardrail up for that not to happen. This SCR is pissing me off. Couldn't have waited, Kevin. Could not have waited for a better entry there. Isaiah, you've been shorting too, and nothing really working today. God, it's so annoying, man. Especially this. OSCR is beautiful, cracking that trend now. 18, magic 20-cent area holding up down to the 1760s. God, it's so annoying. Yeah, I don't know, man. The small caps, low floats, I agree. There's too many big players on them that are manipulating them, and it's just too difficult to have a predictable trade. And I'm too terrified to long them because I know as soon as my ass enters the trade on AST, we're elevator and down. or like Kidda the other day, we're coming out with an offering. As soon as I take a long on something like that, offering is coming out. Yeah, or like that WGRX, the penny play. Everything else is hot except the one, that one of us gets involved with. Then that thing just snaps and fades all day. V still in it for you, Bob. I know my weakness is those entries today, though. The entries were not great again, but not a lot out there. I mean, just not a lot to work with today. Tide has turned at the moment where, yeah. Well, what are you thinking about doing? Are you going to look for more longs or just size down a bit on your trades? What are you thinking? Good trade there, Bob, on V. V, just know what you're doing there, Bob, as far as even if you're sizing out some, or if you're just letting that bad boy just do its thing. I mean, just have something in mind there. As far as profit taking or your stop. I'm seeing 725 tough resistance. I'm seeing up towards $6 is tough resistance as well. So, I mean, those are profit target areas. She just made a new high. This is the trend she's on. But again, these things are tricky, and as soon as they look like they're snapping, as evidenced by ASST, that's when they get their next leg up. So, but just don't hold and hope. Have a plan. If you snap out of that, you're gonna be good, man. If you snap out of that, you're gonna be good. But don't just set your stops. That way you trust yourself. I don't have to trust myself. I got the stops. Micro pullbacks in pre-market, started doing them with small size, and then they seem to be working. Then your shorts, at least until things cool off a little bit. Yeah, there's multiple edges out there. And if one during this market is working better than the other, maybe sizing up on that and sizing down on a different edge is the right call. Yeah, I can't. I mean, the last 2 days, even for me on paper, could not get much working. Need better entries. I need to take those hangovers early, maybe even in pre-market, get involved with them. And I don't know, if you can't get a winner going, dude, it's just you're just gonna bleed out quick. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. You're just gonna bleed and bleed and bleed. Bob's killing that V. Let's go. My thing is, too, Bob, I recognize what I would do in your situation, and that is, if I'm red big on one, I'll tend to hold my green trade. Holy bleep. Dude, that thing just shot up to 688. Big upper shadow there. ZKIN would have been massively profitable too. God. This is what I wanted to do today. You know, hit something like this. I didn't like the sideways consolidation there, but once it snaps, like have a 175. You remember 180 was kind of the risk ZKIN, or at least I was thinking maybe we get up towards $2. Well, let's say we snap, and now we're in this bear flag. Well, that's when we hit it for some more share size, and now we're snapping even further into the 130s. So that's pretty much the idea of what I'm looking for here. Take the short, if confirmation, size into it, and let the profits work. And then that's going to be a massive day. Even if it's smaller share size, you know, that thing can be pretty good. 40 cents. You know, 40 cents on a couple hundred shares there, $80. That's what I'm looking for. You know, this is really annoying here. OSCR. Really, really annoying. Wow. I had 100 shares there. If I would have, you know, had that at 1820, it would be pretty green right now. Man, waiting for the entries, I guess. Waiting for the good entries. And then ZKIN. I feel like it's just right there, you know. So many of these trades worked out well. Just the entry again. Entry that I try to focus on, and not so much though. V. Bob is working it. Celebrating your success on V, Bob. What's the game plan there? And if there is no game plan, that's okay too. Not really. That's not okay, but curious what you're thinking with V. And I'm wondering if we're going to halt up there. Dude, like, oh my God, sizing into this. If I would have had a better entry. Damn it. Fingers on the trigger. Well, make sure you do pull that trigger. Good trade, Bob. But yeah, no, have your plan if this thing starts profit taking and selling off. You know where you're going to get out at. Because if she does elevate her down, there's going to be a lot of deer in headlights, and I don't want you to be one of them. Keith, take the Green Day and run. Hadn't been easy. Hadn't been easy on these streets. As Doug is saying, though, we are extended, and it's going sideways in this extension. So one of two things are going to happen. I know I sound like a genie right here, but she's either going up or down here soon. Genius. Keith. I don't know, guys. I may even have to even size back a bit too, because I don't want to be 2020, and then have to refund the account. We got to give ourselves a shot here. May reduce it a little bit, and then size into the winners. Enjoyer noticing you're loving this last week. There's definitely volatility. Some of it's been kind of unpredictable in its nature because of all the whippiness, but there's definitely been volatility. Last week, a little meh, but this week, a lot of action. Man. Yeah, a couple things I'm noticing looking back. Yeah. Even if I missed that 170 ZKI, and this bear flag was really good against VWAP. That is a beauty. That is a thing of beauty. Even hitting this right here, 164.5 with 500 shares against the highs. That is a pretty good trade right there. ASST up at $8. Bob took profits. All right. You gave it opportunity to continue on higher too. Good job. And she may still. I mean, don't start over trading it. There's a definitely a chance this thing continues higher, and you're gonna have the itch, but you don't have to scratch it. Yeah, the ZKIN was awesome. That was pretty good. Man, there's usually just a couple really nice couple really decent plays that set up each day. And then you want to be a hindsight trader, but it's what it is. I love seeing it. Provides good opportunity to look for the next day at least. She better drop. What about the other longs, man? The other longs that are in that want it higher. You got to cheer them on, man. You're on the bull side of that thing. You're like, no. Blow them up. She better drop as soon as I sell it. All right. SES getting a spike off the scans right now. Just going to go through a few plays. DYN straight up energy, Denergy Therapeutics. Okay. Yeah, Kayvon and I alerted that at the same time. Webull forces you, Bob. You're talking like they tie your hands behind your back. They're like, yeah, I get the emotion though. I definitely get it with the cash, and you get that you only have that one trade. I definitely get it where that emotion of needing to, this is it. I mean, I feel the same kind of feeling I have when I'm in a trade and I'm down over my max loss on the day. I'm like, well, shit. It has to work pretty much or I'm stopped out of the day. So, I get that feeling. But please, when you're at CPro, I'm telling you, Bob, set your stops. Write it down. Get it tattooed on your forehead. You got to set your stops. You'll be fine, man. You will be fine if you do that. Bros curling on around. ASST still consolidating at the highs. AFRM's not really a bad play. It's kind of head and shoulder-esque against VWAP being kind of the neckline. AFRM, $54, kind of the neck there. Yeah, well, we're starting off this challenge red, and not just red. Max lost red. Wonderful. I don't know. I just don't even feel too bad about today. I mean, some of the trades could have waited a little bit on, but I mean, all those trades. I don't know. If you guys notice something, let me know. Probably still need to just wait a little bit. Doug, OCO stopped you out. What you were working? What GPUS? Dude, you got that 8. You had an 8 fill on GPUS as well, right? Dude, that was an excellent trade. Head and shoulders, hit a great short up near the top. And you held that winner for a while. And honestly, something unnatural you could practice as well, or uncommon, is sizing into it some. You hit it, it's working out. Trying to work the winners. It's not easy to do. Something I'm trying to do. I probably need to wait for them to work out more. I hit that CDE way too close, I think. And yeah, she's in the 90s now. So, I mean, everything I hit stopped out well. Otherwise would be bleeding a lot today. But, God, the mining plays I need to avoid. And then PRCH sitting around 11. Yeah, I mean, that is what it is. So, it doesn't usually happen, so... V, Bob, what you doing, Bob? Don't press the button. So, Bob, one thing you're gonna learn too when you're at CPro is you're gonna feel like the more the merrier. I don't recall if you've been offshore, but just know if you haven't that you're going to be okay. Here's what I would do if I were you. You're going to realize this early or later. So if you just go ahead and set the max loss on the account, it's gonna help you out early on, because you're like, it's not going to happen. Not me. I can't. Not me. I'm better than that. It's going to happen. It's going to happen at one point for you, early or later. It happens to everybody, my prediction. So I would go ahead and set a max loss on your CPro account if you're heading over there. Just email client services or the technical support at cmeliteGroup.com and tell them the max loss you want to put on it. And then once it's realized, you won't be able to trade anymore, and it's going to prevent you from going on tilt. It's a good thing. because otherwise you're just going to try to dig yourself out of the hole instead of throwing the shovel away. Well, Emmanuel, that sounds like a good thing, though. No trades for you today, because I'm not really hearing from anyone in here that they found massive success today. I mean, it's not been an easy day. This was your first hole. Yeah, I was impressed by that, GPUS Doug. That you gotta replicate that onto the live account. You know, letting some of those winners work. V breaking your heart. Yeah, so when you go to CPro, you're probably gonna see this and be like, USOB, and you're gonna try to long it up there and giving things back. So just be careful with that. Love it, Doug. OCO orders and holding longer. Good. And that OCO order, look how well it worked. Look how well that thing worked. You had take profit at 8, and we're sitting right under 8. So that was a massive. Yeah, got to hold those winners. Or scale out of them. You know, on your V trade, it really you can't really do that. Well, I forget how the cash account works. You can have multiple exits, right? So, I mean, you could have scaled out half, right? Man, longs are just long anything. Just long anything and you're making money. Don't learn the wrong lessons, guys. It ebbs and flows. Yeah, there's a lot more emotions when the training wheels are off. Definitely. Especially like when you start red on the day too. There's just so much involved with it. There's so many emotions. That creates. Look at this GPUS in the 770s. This is a perfect example of with your trade of taking some off and letting some run or sizing into it even. It's going to be a massive green day, guys, sizing into those plays. Holding the winners long and not being comfortable with the losers. Being comfortable with the winners. You were thinking about selling half. Yeah, that's what I tend to agree with. Getting out partial and letting some work. I guess the problem, if anything, with this market, though, is it seems to be like there is a lot of volume, but doesn't seem to be too dispersed. All right, let me see. This SEZL may be a trade here. Are we in a bear flag there? 25 against the highs. It's just nothing I'm loving at this point. Let me see. Quantum play is making some noise. QBTS, quantum play. Maybe heading up towards 10. Algorithmic little trend has got going on with it. Mr. Doug, gotta go. Good work today. Good practice. Did very well. Thank you for tuning in, Doug. We'll see you tomorrow. Friday trading. Let's see how Friday's gonna be. $10 tough on QBTS. You know what's funny with V? They had bad earnings. Well, Q1, their earnings per share are down to 3.6 million from 5.2 million year over year. So the unsuspecting ones, that's how the market works. The unsuspecting ones. Not so obvious. SEDG 1715 is the 200-day. 1750, good resistance. That's pretty much all I'm seeing right now for decent setup. SEDG 1750 resistance, and 1715 is the 200-day. So I do like that one for a short. I'll get that one ready. A move up into like the 20s probably will hit it. I know you're not long, V. Kayvon. Ain't no way. You'd never touch this thing. QBTS at the highs and SEDG higher. Yeah, 1750s is good, SEDG. I think I'm going to smack that one on the practice. Filled 1721 SEDG. We'll add here to the $20 risk there. 1741 risk. At least a 2-to-1 profit target side. Alright, SEDG short. Spiking up into that resistance left, into the 50s, and the 200-day moving average. And the magic 20-cent area. So a few different variables there. Emmanuel, you're the sole manager for a medical software company, so you're kind of tied up. It's hard to find a good trade being all tied up. Yeah, I can imagine that. Is that position remote, or you're at work trying to find a? Is that position that you're in? Is it pretty labor intensive time intensive. Yeah, 20% on the paper account, no emotions. Just smack them until they work. Should have sold that WGRX. Well, next time you know. Next time you know to put a stop on it too. Yeah, because it's okay to try to let WGRX work a little, or yeah, let that one work a little bit. But if it's not going to work out, stop out. But if it was going to go V style, VEE, you never really know, right? What you always need to know is your risk. You always need to know that. But you do not need to expect or predict what the ticker is going to do. You just need to absolutely know what your risk is going to be. SEDG, I like that. Really, 1750 is the entry I like. So we'll see if I get stopped out up there. Because I need to put my entries at my stops, apparently. SEDG is a decent play, decent hand there. Up over the 200-day moving average, 1715 and 1750 resistance. Upper shadows left of the chart. It's remote, but it's non-stop position. Yeah. It's hard to probably be eyeballing and managing your trades when you're managing the software company. You were break even until a couple days ago, then you lost 1,000. Is that within your... Is that 1,000 within, I guess, your risk tolerance, or was that way more than what you were wanting to risk? Yeah, Bob, I mean, there's truth in that too. The entries either work or they don't. I found a lot of success with an account before doing just that. I mean, if the trade was working pretty much, I would stay in it. But if it, like right away, pretty much. I grew an account really well doing that. Probably need to go back to it. Like, time really good entries. And if they work, let them work. If they're not working, immediately get rid of them. Grew an account 1,500 to over 5,000. Small account doing that. Way more you let. Yeah, okay, you risk about 40, so hope got the best of you. Yep. Well, you know what it was. I mean, you know what it was, so... It's appearing as though we're going to need another AA meeting tomorrow night. My 3 losers on live. Got 1 winner working on paper. That sounds about right. Kayvon shorting DFS. Manuel put another 1,000 in the account by the end of the month. Yeah, and it's good. I mean, it's good if you give yourself some longevity with it. It's good. It's good. Tuition. Learning what to do and what not to do. I get so irritated with some of these. I just... Man, with single entries, you just have to time it so well. It's like, that's kind of labor intensive, you know? Focusing very hard on great entries, pretty much whereas they're working out right away. All right, Bob, I'll take a look. Yeah, not a great exit on it. I mean, it's just some of them are you gotta accept the fact that just because Mr. Bob is in it does not necessarily mean it's going to work out. Expect the unexpected, essentially. Expecting the unexpected. What in the world? What is ASST doing? I mean, I can't get a damn trade working today, guys. I mean, absolutely nothing working. I think I'm sizing down tomorrow. This week has not been easy at all for me. Your strategy just sucks. That's what it is. Look, I don't need the PRCH, you guys know, was my favorite play out of the gate, and that sold off a point before it curled back around. So, SEDG I just stopped out of. Look, I mean, I got that strategy. It works well when it does work. But the strategy is not the most important thing, okay? The strategy is not the most important thing. The strategy is not going to achieve consistent results for you. Proper risk management is going to achieve consistent results. You can have pretty much the worst strategy out there, but if you get some winners and are working them and are managing your losers very well, you can be consistent even with not a great trading strategy. So it's not always the strategy that's the holy grail that should be focused on. Look at this GPUS, and there's plays like this every day. Head and shoulders here, saw it in the 920s. When you get these and work them well, the account is going to be very happy with you. So SEDG now up at that risk. This is pretty much a good area that I was looking at for the short. Should I put the entry on the stop, Kevin? What's V doing? V is really trying to hold 720s right now. Scared money don't make money. I mean, it's true. It's true. Scared of losing money too, which it causes you to take profits early. Causes you to pretty much lose money. CTVA speeding up. I just saw that one. Yep. It's too much. There's too much focus on strategy. There's too much focus on it. You have to have the edge in trading is not found in secret indicators, but in uncommon patience and uncommon discipline. And really, the greatest enemy for traders out there is the dream of a perfect trading system, because there's no such thing. Great traders are profitable because they have become masters at managing uncertainty. They don't win because they can see the future. They win because they are certain of what they will do in that present moment when faced with uncertainty. You have to know what you're going to do. When you can trust yourself to do what's in your best interest, that will have massive, profound implications on your account. Truly believe it. All right, guys. I should have just longed everything today, apparently. That's what it looks like. I'll be right back. I gotta go long something. I'll be right back. Yeah, so with that being said, I mean, don't let people try to sell you the idea that, their their strategy or their system or whatever is the way. I mean, they may have a profitable edge, but that's a very small part of it. And there's too much significance placed on it. All right. Let me catch up here. Emmanuel, they don't charge you for the locate service charge. They do not charge you for that. I thought for a few months that they did, and that's why I wasn't locating anything. The $25 they don't charge you for. It's just a per share rate, and it'll tell you in the short locate monitor what that's going to be. So, for instance, this morning I looked at ZKIN. It was 0.02 cents per share. So this one was a little bit more pricey than some of the other ones, meaning that times 100 shares is $2. For a couple hundred, that would have been $4. So I was that's it. That's all you would have paid. But it tells you, you just request it. It'll tell you you can accept or decline it. But then it'll give you those shares. You can rotate through them all throughout the day. Yeah, they don't have that the locate charge. Man, everything just straight up, dude. That SEDG as well, straight up. What's the mark? Okay, the market's just going straight up. That's what we're dealing with. Kayvon just smacking everything. Winners today. Did you get max size on anything? Or just pretty chill with your initial entries? ASST, $8. I mean, this one's got a neckline of 7, but I wouldn't trust it. Either way, I really wouldn't trust that one. V is on its trend line now as well, $7. Oscar has me crying at 100 shares at 17, like, I don't know, 80. God dang it, dude. Spy just going straight up. Bob figuring out my game plan. If I don't see my entry in pre-market, going to wait 16 minutes after the open to see what the market's telling me. Much safer. 16 minutes. Huh. Kayvon all shorts, and all of them worked out pretty well for him. Good. SEDG higher. Fades in the build-in. V and ASST watching for breakdowns. Are you involved in them yet, or you're just waiting for a backside short? Yeah, ASST, I mean, it looks heavy here, but again, I wouldn't trust it. The last time it looked heavy under VWAP, it just spiked right up, so they're not easy. SEDG's at a good area. It's at a really good area for a short. Meant to say 15, yeah. Alright, I'm going to take another stab at SEDG up here. I blacklist him after 2 losses, so this is within my parameters. All right, filled 1764. Stop. It's gonna be $20. 1684 on SEDG. That's what I'm looking at left of the chart. $17.80's massive, massive on it. Save on trading. What's going on, man? Yeah, this thing is moving with the market. We're up 15 to 1774, so I don't know if you've been around the room much, but short more so euphoria at resistance, buy fear at support. So always looking left of the chart to predict right. Yeah, we got like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 upper wicks up here into the 1750s. Got the 200 moving average, 200-day moving average as well. And then another thing I like to look at is abnormalities on the volume. So if you look at this candlestick relative to the average trading day, we have abnormal relative volume here. Abnormal relative volume creates abnormal range. Range is where the money's made. You can't make money when tickers are not making these abnormal, they're trading within their normal range. So a few different things there. Mr. Bob meant to say 15 or wait for the bouncing like I did on V. Kids got room on the upside. If Kids is another play again today, I would be not surprised. But, I mean, the longs on these lower float plays are making money. 615 I got's a level of resistance there. We'll see if it can break up and over that. But, you know, there's a lot of baggies in this up from $6 to $10. It's going to be hard to make a next leg on up. See, when you're live at CPro, Bob, this is decent. We're making a high or low. It is getting some increased volume up towards 620, but you're going to have to work on, just try not to overtrade when you go offshore. It's not terrible, though. It's not terrible, but if it's not a hold and hope kind of trade. QBTS still up at its highs. Quantum still up at its highs. Time Fades got the ASST knife down. Are you involved with it yet? ASST, you involved there? Yeah, I mean, this one was starting to form a little bit of some shoulders in the 80s. 780 left and 780 right. Some $8 head. V is tricky. Yeah, that one's getting that one's probably overcrowded as well. It's got this trend that it's on that's still kind of bullish on that trend. Right around 710. Man. Man, it's hard for me to stop looking at this. Yeah, V went back down to the trend a little bit, still climbing higher on bad earnings, if I do say, by the way. It's always those, right? The black sheep of the market. All right, so we got V still on that trend, right around 720, into the 720s. Kayvon MSTR building on the 5-minute. It's looking for a reversal there. V kind of heavy right there. MSTR, your signal alerted the trigger, so let's see if it stays heavy there. I'll throw that one down. All right, V 720s. We got to see what that's going to do. GPU has finally decided to bounce off of 750 up towards 820. ZKIN, kind of in a bear flag here. This looks like something you would trade fades. I don't know if it's too far off the highs for you, but pretty decent bear flag here. ZKIN. Another one. I mean, it formed one under VWAP, and now it's forming another one. ASST, it's a tricky one, man. For those trading ASST, that's just this tricky nature to it. And when it looks weak, that's when it is strong. For when I am weak, then I am strong, says ASST. Yesterday and today has had similar characteristics of trending heavy under VWAP and then just spiking out of nowhere. So it wouldn't surprise me if this try to do something similar. ASST and V still kind of trying to hang in there. V snapping a trend line that I have. We'll see what that one's going to do. V, a short play, it looks like right now. Again, these are tricky, though. They're not so easy. But yeah, it looks like she's cracking that 1 minute trend at least. Yeah, going into tomorrow, guys, going to be focused in on very good entries. I'll take the hangover plays. I'm going to review them at the end of the day and take them pretty close to the open if I see them. Kayvon's MSTR short signal working out fairly well. 422 to 417. V trying to hold $7. Small size, short in both V and ASST is fades. Playing with the fire. What's your risk on them? Yeah, V now trying to hold 7. Wow, M-Bot. Golly. 280s spiked up to and pulling back down to 50s was M-Bot. That was one of the lower float cheap plays. ZKIN still curling in that bear flag. ASST. We'll see what she does here. I mean, 750 is probably the idea on a short. If she gets back up there, that would not be good for the shorts. Kind of spiking off a 7 right now. It's just a tricky one, man. For when she is weak, then she's strong. And what's V doing? V and freaking ASST are like pretty much doing the same thing. Both at $7. Not easy plays. Fade stopped out even on both of them on that pop. All right, good. V, we can check on that, Bob. Let's take a look. VEE. VEEE. Short interest there. Not really. A few percent. Yeah, just a few percent. Let's check. Yeah, and then ASST. We don't have enough insight there. It's going to show us the data from like April 15th. Yeah, not enough there. I can tell you though, ASST probably has a lot of shorts in it though. At this point, accumulated from the last few days. God, they're so tricky. SPY went straight up. Yep. Yeah, that's what was kind of difficult with some of the shorts today. SPY going straight up, not entirely helping. Yeah, ASST 750 still holding up right now. Speaking of our AA meeting tomorrow night, AA is making some highs right now. CDE still holding up. Mining, energy play, making highs. Dude. You guys got me wanting to buy freaking micro pullbacks tomorrow. Oh, this market. QBTS, quantum play, kind of getting a little descending triangle-ish right now. I'll show you the chart I'm looking at. QBTS is forming lower highs, getting squeezed tighter to 950. It's QBTS. We see these often with moves that go straight up. If you're looking at this chart, QBTS did a red to green move straight up. Now it's, I mean, I wouldn't trust a short today on anything, really. Nothing's been working, but Kayvon's shorts. QBTS, this one, descending triangle-ish, 950s, that bottom support you would need to crack. Yeah, ridiculous manipulation. It's just so much. It's not even fun. It's not even fun. You can't. That's why I avoided V and ASST today, because it's not. I don't feel like there's an edge, other than buying ASST when it looks like it's cracking down. I mean, they're just not very predictable. Let's put it that way. One little tweet and everything will fly, as Emmanuel says. Absolutely. That's the market we're in, which that's why you need to have stops in place. because there are times the market just shoots up, and if you don't have a stop in place, man, you can get that can be trouble. So QBTS 950's holding up, trying to break up and out right now. V, wow, unbelievable. Is ASST doing the same thing? Yeah, pretty much. Anytime they've looked like ASST, anytime that thing has looked like it's done, she's like, shut TF up. I'm making a next leg up. From 56 cents on Tuesday to 7.50 now. And I can assure you that all you're going to see out there on Twitterland are people banking on this. But I can assure you there's a lot of blowups that have been happening. I've seen them. I have seen it, and you just know it's happening because shorts get stubborn. Almost probably more stubborn than longs because so many times the shorts work out that they get into a habit of not stopping out or just sizing in, over leveraging into it, and they can do massive damage on the accounts. And I can assure you that's happening in ASST. 100% that's happening. You know, what V probably just did was could have been also doing a liquidity sweep up and over the highs, taking out a bunch of stops because people put their stops, right above the high or at the high, and this is so debilitating when you like for shorts that are involved here that just stopped out right a penny up and over the highs, and then let's say the thing elevators down, sells off. I mean, that's so debilitating. It's awful. There is not a worse feeling than stopping out right at the tippy top and seeing the things tank. Not a worse feeling. ASST 750 still trying to hold up there. We'll catch them tomorrow, Bob. Yep, absolutely. We'll do it. Fades, trend lines broke, so they'll probably fade. But in that chippy manipulation is hard. It's hard to time. Yeah, it really is. They really are very difficult. V and ASST. And there's certainly volatility. There's opportunity here. But traders are learning some wrong lessons with these. Shorts are getting stubborn, and that's why on pullbacks you're seeing them get, and that's part of it too. It's like it's manipulated, so that's why you're seeing, when it looks like it's cracking down, it's actually just accumulating more shorts. But there's a lot of shorts stuck in this, which is kind of keeping it afloat too. This thing's up from 50 cents to 750. There's a lot of shorts underwater here that are, just by the nature of it, are going to be trying to size in and then cover into those pullbacks. Stubbornness will eat you up in this trading game. It really will. ASST trying to hold up and kind of grinding higher. I mean, the stair steps are not good for shorts. When you're kind of just grinding sideways and higher, that's a sign of health for the stock. Kind of grinding sideways and going higher. And ASST, we may see that one try to break up and out over $8. Yep, V did that. It took out stops at the high day. It's pulling back right now, a whole point off of that. ASST, higher she goes, higher she goes. Any tickers you guys want me to look at? I mean, there's nothing else really out there, so I'm just gonna kick back and watch these, and have fun watching the train wrecks. V just did a double top. She's looking for a decent short now. Yeah, put in that stop up and over the. They're tricky. They're manipulative. Put in that stop up and over the highs there. Yeah, longs seem pretty much in full control here of this market. That's what's making this difficult for any shorts. Making it difficult for shorts, for sure. But for the stubborn shorts, that is. At least in Pennyland. QBTS still in that descending triangle crack. Actually looks like it may crack it. 950, kind of that top resistance there. I know you guys are just looking at AST and V though. Oh man, the AST and the V. They're very close to one another. Oh boy. I better keep my thoughts to myself. Bob, is that a double top rejection? You're probably on V, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a liquidity sweep up and over the highs. And now it's back at its previous lows, you know? And then it'll be back up at its previous highs. And then it'll be back at its previous lows. It feels like you got to give these things some range, really, to trade them. Keith. Well, you know, you can speed things up by replacing that or with an and. Yeah, that would be crazy fades. I mean, look, I've seen this. I've seen it happen. But yes, that would be crazy. These have a mind of their own. as evidenced by this ASST. Man, she looked like... I'm curious, guys. Let me see if I can do a little poll here. All right, I want to know how many of you could not avoid the A or the V today. Let me know. Because I know there are some silent guys out there that are like, oh, I want to know how disciplined you guys are. So let me know. Pull it up, yes or no. Did you get involved with ASST or V? And hopefully if you were involved in V, it was we. You weeded on down here. Snapping the 690 area. Fades. Which probably means she's about to shoot up. Alright, did you trade? Did you get involved with the V or A today? Let us know. I want to know how many of you guys were trading these. I mean, there's like... there's nothing else to look at. If you got a big A and a big V right in front of you, like we have in this market right now, what else is there to look at? Bob, if ST rejects high day, she looks like a good short. You know, Bob, I mean, every time this thing looks like it's good one way or the other, it does the opposite. V looks like it's cracking and looks heavy. Alright, what are we at? I got... So far, I only got 4 votes, so go ahead and vote, guys. There's some more of you. Did you get in the ASST or V today? Yay or nay? Oh my god, you guys. Everybody traded it. All right. For the people that voted, it was majority all yes. Enjoyer, you gave $600 off the top. You gave back $6. Oh, well, are you still green today? I mean, off the top of your profits. I mean, was it manageable? Did you manage to trade well? At least, I mean, was that within your risk tolerance? Fades got to be quick with those plays, support and resistance. Keep adjusting. Yeah, and like V right here, I mean, it's not. It's right under prior support. And it's bouncing right back up through it. They're not easy. These, it almost feels like you have to get involved, smaller share size, and you're going to have to widen out your risk quite a bit. Get involved, smaller share size, widen out the risk quite a bit, because if you put your risk at right at support or right at resistance, the odds are you're going to be getting hit on these. Because you got to put them at almost nearly an abnormal level on these two trades if you're getting involved with them. Otherwise, the ticker is going to move up and probably stop you out. Bob followed your strategy on V at a safe level. It paid off. Got my confidence. When you follow your game plan, that's important. Yep, following the game plan. MG, you shorted V earlier, but covered it straight away once I found it squeezing up. Small red, nice. Covered it right away. Yeah, but MG, imagine there's a lot of traders blowing up on this on the short side. So good job, good discipline. A lot of traders that are shorting into this, probably from the $3 to $4 range that are way underwater. So good job. Yeah. That's pretty much 4, Bob. 4 rejections there on ASST, though. Pretty much 4 rejections. I mean, a lot if you consider all this consolidation at 8. I mean, 750 is trying to hold right now. I would not be surprised if this thing tried to get above 8 to get to, because that's where probably a lot of liquidity is. Stop losses right at above $8. Wouldn't be surprised if she tried to get up and above that before the blow off move, at least. We'll see. Kind of similar to V, upper wick past the highs. It would not surprise me. Overstayed. You're welcome, Bob, on a play. Yeah, down 300 off of overstaying. You're welcome. Yeah, but when you transfer over to CPro, you know what to do. So you're seeing signs. The signs are saying, "Do not cross. Do not enter. Stop." QBTS, breaking that descending triangle, 940 we're sitting at. Yeah, ASST and V, I mean, this is just, I don't have much conviction either way on these. Hence the no trades on them. I mean, clearly within a few days or week, 99% chance it's lower than where they're at right now, but that's how the triangle of distributions work. But you're going to have to, I mean, as Fades was alluding to as well, you're going to have to size appropriately for all the whippy nature of these, They're going to have, there's a whippy nature to them. ASST, again, here's what my prediction. We blow out past $8, we form an upper shadow, and we elevator down. My prediction is in. I can't edit these live videos, so that prediction is there. It's coming up to $8. It would not surprise me if she blowed past 8, but formed an upper shadow, maybe like 810 to 20 is going to be the high on the day. We get all that liquidity that the big boys need. Elevator down. Let's see if that's going to happen. Let's see if that's what she gonna do. It's still like what, quadruple topping up here into the 90s. You think she elevators down from here? Yeah, if she doesn't, she can't get it. She's holding on strong. I really think they're going to try to push it up and over 8. That's where all the liquidity is about to be. We're about to see a huge volume spike up there. If ASS, yep. What did I call? God. Dude, if I actually called this exactly for how it is, 820 liquid. This is where the liquidity is, and that's the top. And we elevator down here. Freaking genie. Magenie. You guys know what I say about the magic 20-cent area too. That's a top number right there. 2 million, over 2 million shares just went through. If she continues higher here. Come on, ASST, what you gonna do? I expected that to happen. That's where the liquidity is. Up and over 8. In 820, the magic area we always go over. V heavy. Skid marks, as Bob's saying. Skid marks on the V. Burning rubber on that V. Well, I was hopeful I could have clipped that little analysis right there. Looks like the analysis is wrong. That is why I'm not trading this though. ASST higher. My God. This is better than watching a movie, guys. I was correct about that. Let me just edit that part out of my live stream. I'll say, I guarantee you she's breaking over 8 doing the liquidity sweep. We'll just end there. We won't get into like the 820 high day number and all that. Mind of her own. I enjoy watching this stuff more than watching movies, honestly. There's actually live. There's not actors. The actors trading this stuff. There could be actors, on set trading, but this is real emotions. This is raw emotions right here, and tickers move on emotions. Okay, so in fact, emotions move the market, move these tickers more so than fundamentals. And you may find that hard to believe, but that's the truth. Emotions move these tickers more so than even the fundamentals. Way back when Bob was growing up, like back in the 60s, 70s, trades were mainly fundamental. I mean, you had like what do they call them? Like the bucket shops. I mean, this is before that. The 20s are like the bucket shops, and it was all fundamentals pretty much back then. But over time, trading has become way more technical and a lot more trader analysis is involved too. For example, where are the 90%ers at? Is the majority of this ticker, is it more so overcrowded on the short side? Well, then at that point, that's a trader analysis kind of thing. Even if the fundamentals, like on V, I mean, this is a great example of this. Even on VEEE, where you have bad news, the earnings are not, the earnings were not expected. They were worse than year over year. And you get it making this kind of a move. It's because the majority get on one side of it. It's just like the GameStop, GME, that happened a few years ago. It's just like GME when this thing went up from a few dollars, or like a few dollars up to like 400. That thing went up to. It had over 100% of the float short. Everybody had the same idea on it, and so that inevitably, when you get any kind of buying at all, is going to have that effect where everybody has to start covering, and so all you get is buying on it. I know, Bob, I'm messing with you. Two for the money. You gotta check it out on Prime. Yeah. ASST even higher. Yep. Let me just do a brief, I'm just curious. I bet on Twitterland everybody's making money on this. Everybody's making money on Twitterland, but I guarantee you there's some shorts losing their A's. Trump said 30 within the last hour. Better go and buy stocks now. Okay. Yeah, let me just type in the Twitter here. Look, we'll do it together. Why not? Let's see how everybody's doing here. Everybody's making money, ASST. It's not a loss till you sell. Yeah. Absolutely. Alright. ASST. Let's see how the world's doing. Over-aggressive short sellers? Yep. I bet nobody's going to admit they were short on this. Yeah, the traps and reclaims everywhere on both sides, long and short. Yeah, we've been going over that. It's just trapping you on every side of it. Oh, alright. Somebody posted a loss, ASST. If I can use a stop loss more effectively, I'll be fine. Yeah, I agree. That's what we go over. You gotta just set it, man. Look, when you go to CPro, just click this little widget right here on the chart. Follow my cursor. Click this S right here, or set an OCO, and then what you can do after you click that is click the chart and set the stop. Yeah, you did, Kayvon. Yeah, you did. Alright, guys. It looks like V is a little heavy under 7. Trying to get back up there. ASST, Bob giving us his insight analysis. Bob the analyst. She either breaks next level or you get stopped out. Either way, seeing a level break before she happens seems very important. Okay. Yeah, it has seemed like that with ASST. Like, it breaks. And then, look at ASST now. I mean, it went a little further than I expected it. Are we about to get the elevator down? $8.80 to back down to $8? Yep, you got to monitor the price action. That'll help with the conviction on the trades. But again, that's just a small part of it. Managing the self is one that is always present and difficult to do at times. All right, ASST trying to bounce off at 8 right now. It's like that's taking all the volume. I mean, there's nothing else going on. When she looks done, that's when we're going to get the next leg on up. You think the elevator down right there? I mean, I'm looking back at some other candlesticks. I mean, it could be. That could be, again, this overcrowded ticker. Anything could happen here. That was a pretty significant move, 880 to 8. 709. I mean, it sold off similarly a couple times earlier, about 60, 70 cents. Its breakout area was $8, so I mean, it's an area you would like to see hold up on the long side. $0.63 to $8.26, guys. Unbelievable. Tomorrow, guys, I'm going to be focused in more on continually focused on getting good entries. You're going to be taking the hangover when I see it, like I did with PRCH this morning. The snap about a point out of the gates. And I don't know. I mean, got to give ourselves a chance here. But for those sticking around, ASST still holding. We may see it heavy against 880. I mean, elevator down would probably be a... I'm not going to say anything's going to be the death of it. Honestly, because there's so many shorts underwater, it's gonna get balled up. on its way down quite a bit as shorts are covering.
If you don't, and the Democrats are fighting it because they want to fight.
Trump better go out and buy stocks now. All right. What's the spy been doing since that announcement? Pretty much straight up. Guys, I'm about to go grab some lunch. Anything you want to add before I head out of here? Very curious to see end of day here what the ASST is going to do. Unfortunately for me, it's a red day. But tomorrow, coming back strong. I'm not feeling too bad about it. I just need to let some of them come to me. SEDG, that one pulling back in quite a bit. The few that I did trade, and then OSCR. This was my entry down here. Bounced pretty well off of that VWAP up to that magic 20-cent area. Yeah. Is what it is. Trust myself to stop out well. I just need a couple things. Just need my entries. Entries. Not great. Need those better. Is V back alive now? Oh my god. It is just a... It cracks down, and then when it looks weak, it's strong. They have a mind of their own. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll probably going to do another, I don't know, Friday night live stream, if you guys want to. Have fun with them. Have fun just hanging out, talking our flaws and our strengths. And last week was a big hit. A lot of people rolled through for our Trader AA meeting, and we heard some horror stories in there. So can sharpen it up on Friday night for to help us out for the upcoming trading week. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Trade live in the morning. Be here, guys. 9:20. We'll find some good opportunities, and then tomorrow night, 75% chance I'll be doing a Friday night live stream, going over things to prepare for the next week. But if you're sticking around, ASST trying to bounce off of prior resistance, now support 780s. And V has a mind of its own, trying to do its own thing over here. 650 is not a bad area of risk on the long side. Very strong plays, though. Bulls are in full control. So, traders, good work if you were staying safe and disciplined today. Continue to be. And we'll see you guys first thing in the morning.